Graphs. Do you know what graphs are? A graph is a visual, concise means of presenting information. Graphs are visual representation of data. Data can be in the form of table, but graphical representation is easier to understand. With the graphs, we can easily compare the data. There are many types of graphs. A bar graph is a chart with rectangular bars with lengths proportional to the values that they represent. The bars can be plotted vertically or horizontally. A bar graph consists of two or more vertical or horizontal bars. The height of each bar shows the weight of students of particular height. For example, the weight of a student whose height is 150 centimeters is 42 kilograms. Bar graphs can also have double bars. We can use this graph to compare the marks of Raghav and Alisha in a particular term. In this graph, each term has two bars, one representing the marks of Raghav and the other representing the marks of Alisha. We can call it the double bar graph. In the third term, Raghav got 45 marks, whereas Alisha got 35 marks. Let us look at this graph. This is a histogram. A histogram is a bar graph that shows data in intervals. It has adjacent bars over intervals. This histogram shows the result of maths test. Each bar represents an interval. There are no gaps between bars because there are no gaps between intervals. We know histogram is also a bar graph, but there is a difference between the bar graphs and histograms. The difference in the way that bar graphs and histograms are drawn is that the bars in the bar graphs are usually separated, whereas in histograms, the bars are adjacent to each other. However, this is not always true. Sometimes you see bar graphs with no spaces between the bars, but histograms are never drawn with spaces between the bars.
Now, let us discuss about pie graphs. This pie graph shows the number of apples, oranges, and bananas as the percentage over the total number of fruits sold. The area of each sector shows the percentage of number of each type of fruit. As we can see, a pie graph is used to compare parts of a whole.
Now, let us come to line graph. A line graph represents data or sets of data that have been collected over a period of time. Line graphs compare two variables. Each variable is plotted along an axis. A line graph has a vertical axis and a horizontal axis. There is a table that shows the date in one column and the corresponding temperature in the second column. The line graph shows the degrees of temperature going up the vertical axis and the days of the week on the horizontal axis. That is, going sideways from left to right. The points for the temperature of each day are connected by a line. Thus, the graph is a line graph.